Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 3 of my Union of Britain campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4 Man the Guns. So we finally have turned communist, and I've decided that I am going to move to secure the Dominions, so I can get that quick political power, but also figure, just see how these decisions work. The Dominions eye our ideological shift with suspicious eyes. It is not unlikely that they will reconsider their ties to Westminster if we let them, so we must not. Acting swiftly, we may be able to forcibly effect a change in government before diplomatic relations become too strained. Incidentally, we've got 2 years to decolonize, so it's September 37. So, shoot, I didn't actually look at what exact date it was we shifted, but actually this is kind of fitting because September 1st, 1939 is when World War II officially starts, so I guess we'll kind of think of it like it's that way. Actually, I'm probably going to think of it in terms of July 1937, to just be extra sure that I get it done ahead of time. Rubber plantations in Nigeria. But yeah, because we haven't released a lot of this stuff yet. Now, do I care about increasing manpower? I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I don't, actually. We got plenty more divisions coming out of Wales, though. And let's change this color. This is the Indian Army, right? Bring these, let's get Cunningham. Okay. Is there anything else I want to spend political power on, though, in the meantime? I don't think I need... Yeah, I don't need Orwell, aka Eric Blair. Let's see, we got construction speeds. Princess of Terror, huh? Maybe industry concern. Might be a bit ahead of time for that. Let's hold on until we're done with this focus so I can find out how much these things are going to cost me. And how does it interact with the Dominion, for example? Okay, the only thing they can do is patriation. So does that mean it's impossible to keep them or not? Defense Scheme 2. Yeah, I actually... This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Naval treaties. Cheat on the treaties. I don't care about that right now. That India looks really good. Okay, we've moved to secure them. So let's check the decisions. Move to secure dominions. The dominions eye our ideological shift up. Yeah, we already read that. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and it looks like it costs a lot too. Impose martial law in Australia. The people in Australia are misguided and must be protected from themselves. During this time, we can re-educate them and see to their government. So this requires manpower because we're martial law, right? AI is prevented from breaking free for 180 days. Gets event. Union of Britain enforces martial law for 180 days. Political power minus 10%. Oh, why? Propaganda campaigns. We will launch a major propaganda campaign to educate the Australian people on the follies of their government and the necessity for British guidance. Gains British communist propaganda. Gains daily communist support 0.3 for 90 days. Install communist government in Australia. The Australian people are ready for a change in government to one more amenable to our communist leadership. Australia will remain a puppet when decolonization is achieved. The CPA becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. Change in popularity of communism 20%. Gains communist influence for 2 years. Union of Britain replaces government. Okay, so... it's kind of like a coup, or so I guess a combination of, and also they need martial law, and okay. So I have to do martial law first. I'm guessing these are all the same, more or less. Alright, the Raj, South Africa, New Zealand, Canada, and Australia. This is really reminiscent to me of my Führer Right campaign as the British, although I don't think I had to have units stationed there. I just did that because I wanted to. Back in that Führer Right campaign. So go check that out. It's in my playlists. So we need a certain amount of manpower deployed in Victoria. Time to bust out the calculator, just so it's faster. See, 9,600. Are all the numbers the same? Probably not, huh? Well, let me just add them up. Okay, so for Australia, I would need 9,600 plus 19,200 plus 38,400 plus 4,800. I think these are all meant to be multiplied. So that's 72,000 men I would need to deploy. So if we took that in terms of my colonial garrison, I would need... I need 12 divisions of the colonial garrison, because... Right? Did I do that math right? Because 6,000 times 10 is 60,000. I'm not doing the calculator for this one, but like 6,000 times 10 is 60,000. Plus 2 more is 12,000. So I would need 12,000 men to secure Australia. Although actually I think it would be a little bit more, because yeah, like it's 9,600, so I would need to put 2 divisions somewhere where there's 9,600 to get at least that much. How much is in the rest of these? 1,500? No. Cavalry is 4,500 and 9,600 for the manpower. Okay. Message received, Paradox Interactive. I'm supposed to use the infantry divisions. So if I take 90, so for example, for Australia, not that Australia is a priority for me, but if for Australia I took the 72,000 and I divided by 9,600, that would be 7.5 divisions. Am I doing the math right here? I really hope I'm doing the math right here. Okay, let's figure out first off, how much do I have in the field? 725,000. Okay, so 72,000 for Australia, if I did the math right. I hope I did it right, or else this is throwing everything off. So 7,200. Basically, I can occupy 10 Australias. So I've got the manpower. I just need to distribute it properly. So let's figure out what the highest priorities here. Oh, there's the junta. Under Plutarco Calles. Literally a Plutarch. So Canada, of course, would be the highest priority because I want to go after the United States at some point. But I really, really want to hold on to India as well. So let's start with, okay, Canada. I've got my UK army here. So to impose martial law in Canada, we would need 9,600 manpower in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia, Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. So that's 9,800 times 6, 9,600 times 6, right? So, so 9,600 times 6 is 57,600. Then on top of that, there's the 28,800, which brings it up to 86,400. And then on top of that, I need another 48,000. So I need almost 150,000 men, to be specific, 1,340,400 men in Canada. So almost 150,000 are needed. And then, so let's see, the 9,600 times 24, because these are my full-blown divisions. That's almost 250,000 men, being at 2,300. Not, pardon it. I'm trying to talk too fast. 230,400 men. So with Harold Alexander's army, I should be able to do this. Then let's start figuring that out. Okay, do we have a state map mode? No, where is it? Oh yeah, I need to start configuring these the way I want. Oh, wait, the state mode is there. Okay. So we need them. Things are going to slow down, guys. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Manitoba. Here's what I'm going to do. Let me get a piece of paper. I'm going to write these down. So I need it in, so that way I don't have to click back and forth. Manitoba, Saskatchewan, BC, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. All right, so let's do that first. That's going to be 6 divisions. Oh, shoot. So it's a 5, right? Okay, so there's British Columbia. And need another here in Manitoba. So I don't have, sorry Canadians, I don't have your country that I don't live in memorized. Saskatchewan. And let's see, I already did British Columbia. Okay, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. New Brunswick, which is in the east, right? Yeah, right here. Oh my goodness, sorry. Then, where was it? Nova Scotia? Wait. Yeah, here, Nova Scotia. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Nova Scotia. Hopefully I don't have to be in cities. Like, you know, Saskatchewan didn't have a city that I could see. I think they just need to be in the area. So, finally, New Brunswick. Where's that at? New Brunswick. That's also in the east, isn't it? Newfoundland. No, I already did New Brunswick. British Columbia. Nova Scotia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I missing any? Oh, shoot. I know I said I wasn't going to go back and forth. Alberta. Right, Alberta. I didn't write that one down. That's the problem. Okay. So one in Alberta, which is in the west, right? I feel like I know that from when I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a kid. You know, the Albertosaurus. Okay. Now, we next need... What else do we need? 2,800 manpower, so that's 3 divisions in St. Lawrence. And St. Lawrence is where? Over here. Okay, so we need 3 divisions in Quebec. Alright. And we need... What's the hotkey for decisions? There isn't one, is there? Yeah, because it skips between research and political. They don't have a hotkey for it. Anyway, so martial law in Canada, then we got 4,800, so that's 5 divisions? No, 4. Let's just put 5 in Southern Ontario, which is obviously over here. So we're going to work on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down here in Toronto. So we've got that going. Now, we need to, good thing, geez, you know, I'm looking at this now. We've got 400 political power. It costs 50 each to impose the martial law, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dominions, so it's going to cost us 250 political power. And then when you stack all the political power gain drops, so we're going to only be getting half the political power we normally would a day. But I'm sure that once martial law is in, it's in for good. So maybe instead, you see, part of me says I want to do the propaganda campaigns in Australia first, so I can start boosting the communist support. But who knows when they could break away? Is it a decision, or does it have to do with their autonomy? I don't know. I probably should play it better safe than sorry. Now, is any of this stuff going to give me more political power in the meantime? Yes, self-government for Asia will give me more political power and manpower. That manpower is going to start becoming really important. Self-government for the Mediterranean as well. Yeah, we got a lot of important things we have to do here. So these will sort of be giving me little life rafts of political power in the meantime. Yeah, I'm almost halfway through the episode. Sorry guys, but like, this is really important. I want to see if it's... I want to try to get everybody together, you know. Also, these give me 60. Oh, I got a lot of things that are going to give me political power. So even though for the good of the revolution is nice, we might wait on that. And here's what else we're going to do. We got more of these divisions ready to get cranked out. I want to see if I switch, it's going to take about it's going to be about a 50% increase, a little bit over 50%. Actually, no, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be about almost 2/3. So like another 60, 65%-ish increase in manpower. when if I switched everybody over to the infantry divisions just to make the math easier. I do have plenty of support equipment and artillery, so I might actually be able to do that. But I'm just thinking about my manpower. So should I also save some up to go to limited conscription? A lot of factors to consider here, because I could also instead just go down to for the good of the revolution. So for now, we're going to take self-government for Asia, because that only takes 70 days. Well, it takes 70 days, but it's going to give us the most amount of political power, and it's going to give me manpower for doing it. So we'll do that first. In the meantime, let's start gathering these divisions and figuring out where they all need to go. So if we prioritize India, for example, this is going to cost me... All right, looks like it's mostly 9,600, and then at the bottom it's 96,000. So 10 divisions in Delhi will be needed. This is... Oh, good, they have it grouped nicely. So 5, 6, that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's going to take 22 divisions deployed in the various states of India. Plus another 10 in Delhi, so I need to commit 32. That's perfect! Okay, you are coming over here. You are going to come over here to India, Alan Cunningham, because you already have that much. So we'll put you here in Delhi first, and then spread you out from there. So we had another 24 divisions over here. Oh wait, did I already have this army here? Wait, didn't I have an army? I thought I had an army assigned here in India already. Or was that a different army? Did I not have an army assigned in India? Or I guess this was it. I thought I had it in... No, yeah, I put it here near Singapore, because Singapore's kind of more important. Alright. I swear we're going to unpause at some point, guys. So we got another 24 here. So let's see, the 32. So this is going to be... Alright, here's what this is going to be. Canadian Liberation Force, and then we're gonna have the Indian one as well. So Indian Liberation Force, and these guys. Right. So what would be my second priority? Would it be Australia? I mean, third priority, because I want Canada and India for sure. I don't think South Africa is a big deal, but Australia would be nice to hold. So let's do this. Australian Liberation Force. 50-50. It's going to always cost me 50, so I need 250. I definitely don't have them. Even if they were all communists right now, there's no way I could actually... turn them all, even if I wanted to. We're gonna probably have to cut a loss on one of them, but damn, how glorious would it be if we could keep them all. Okay, so Australia is going to require 96. So wait, no, this is a little bit more complicated. So let's start from the bottom. That's 48,000 plus 38,400 plus 19,200 plus another 9,600. That's obviously just one division. That is a lot. That's almost as much as it takes to occupy Canada. It's going to cost me 1,520 men, but if we divide that by the 9,600, which is standard infantry equipment division is, that's 12 divisions, which is double what I've got here. So maybe we should spread this out to New Zealand as well. So that's 4,800, I can't mix them up my hundreds. So we got 48,000 on the North Island here. Which is 5 divisions. So we only need 6. So 18 divisions are all that's going to be required to hold on to Australia and New Zealand. Okay, so then let's rename this to the, we'll just call this the Oceanic, or I should say the South Pacific Liberation Force. All right, then... what we'll do is we're going to have half you come here to Canberra, or should I just draw it up correctly now? Yeah, let's just draw it up the right way now. Jerusalem area. A little bit far from Jerusalem. So wait, was it the North Island for New Zealand? Yeah, 5 divisions on the North Island, 1 on the South. Too easy. Too freaking easy, everybody. Christchurch. And as far as the martial law in Australia goes, we're going to need 1 in Western Australia. Okay, 1 in Western Australia, and then 5 in New South Wales. Right? Okay. And let's actually just make this much easier. No, actually it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so 1 in New South Wales. That's here, right? Or Western Australia is what I meant. Yeah, 1 in Western Australia. Long way from Cairo, guys. And then 5 in New South Wales over here. You know, it's actually really interesting. I've been studying the British Empire this semester, and just how the different ways that they would interact with different Aboriginal people. So like, there's this huge difference between how they treated the Aborigines, or I should say the Indigenous people of their different colonies. So like, you know, it was awful what they would do to the Aborigines here in Australia, but compared to like the Maori, they got a relatively fair deal, and you know, of course, they're now a huge part of New Zealand's culture. A lot of that probably had to do with like decades of warring against the British. Okay, so back to Australia. Australia, we need 38,400 in Victoria. So that's going to be, what, 4 divisions, I think? So 4 divisions in Victoria. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, yeah, Victoria's here in the south. Just double checking that. Get them down here in Melbourne. And what was the last one? I feel like there was one more in Queensland. We're going to need 2 there. Queensland's up here, right? Okay. Just double check. Brisbane is in there. Okay. What's left? South Africa. So who is not assigned? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you think the odds are that South Africa will just take 6? Probably a lot more than that. What with the wars that used to go on. Yep. Okay, so 4,800. That's 5. We're going to need another 12 down there. Oh, wait a minute. But we have 7 here. So let's start with that. Get them to come on down. We're leaving the island entirely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll just move everybody over here. So this is going to be the South African Liberation Force. All right, we're getting there. It's a lot going on, but we are getting there. And again, we may as well just assign these while they're here. I'm not assigning these 32 because this is a big one, and I want them to come all the way over first. But we might as well assign these ones. So there's only what do we got to do for South Africa? South Africa requires 5 in Natal, 5 in Transvaal, 2 in Cape. All right, that's easy to keep track of. Right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here. And then the 3 of you are gonna be right here. Okay, so it looks really good. I think this is going tremendously. Yeah, 5, 5, and 2. 5, 5, and 2. Only thing that's not really covered is India, and India is that's gonna take a lot of micromanaging. Or not micromanaging, but that's gonna be a little bit tedious to deal with. Oh, and of course, the culmination. You know, I know you guys are probably thinking, but you're just assigning the colonial stuff. I'm gonna switch these all over to the man. Oh yeah, where this. I think we're definitely gonna have to increase the conscription laws here sooner rather than later. Yeah, this alone, Cunningham, just the Indian force is going to completely deplete my army, or completely deplete my manpower. So then, let's go to limited conscription first, so just so we can begin mobilizing, and we're going to save the rest of this political power so we can impose martial law on all of them at once. So the other thing I think we need to do after we're done with the self-government for Asia, that's going to give me 75,000. But I think after that, I need to start coming down here to for the good of the revolution, so we can just get rid of the war to end all wars, which is also going to give me a lot of equipment too, or help my economy. So Union of Britain moves to secure dominions. Recent actions by the British government have made it clear they are increasingly clamping down on the autonomy of the dominions, with troops being prepared to be shipped overseas. It is expected even the deployment of military units may be used to dissuade any notion of breaking free from the new government. They better not be getting any funny ideas. Let's also check, I should have done this before, but okay, South Africa's getting really close to breaking away. So hopefully... Okay, there goes Republican Spain into the Spanish Civil War. Hopefully we can keep everything secured in that, like get my units deployed down here in time. So I'm pretty sure that all my manpower is going to begin disappearing in a second. Or maybe not. What's going on? What's up with that? No longer getting the propaganda support. I don't need it though. We're not why are we not losing all the manpower? Well, I guess I won't complain about it. Let's check on Canada. Canada should be, yep, there it is. Impose martial law in Canada. The people are misguided and must be protected from themselves. During this time, we can re-educate them and see to their government. So, are they not able to break free until the... Yeah, I should kind of hold on. If I can hold on to the political power, why wouldn't I, right? And I'd rather, and it looks like the martial law is what actually takes away my political power gain, so I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on my subjects menu. All right, I know that was a lot going on in there, but that was important. That really was. Maybe I'll give you guys an extra episode later today or something to make up for all of you who had the patience for that. I do appreciate that, and I hope it was entertaining in its own way, like conquering math problems. I don't care about the Matilda. I think we're gonna have a pretty heavy infantry army with all this that I'm building, so maybe should we do MPs? Nah, or actually, yeah, MPs might not be the worst idea. We're gonna need garrison units down the line, but. Dispersed industry. Really? Everybody went concentrated? This is why they need my guiding hand, because of bullshit like that. Let's grab strategic destruction. It's going to be a long time before we get that last research, that extra research slot, guys. I'll tell you right now. We've definitely got other things to worry about. So yeah, Canada's ready to go. Where's everybody else? Like, Pact of Rome has been formed. Today, the respective governments of Italy, Austria, and Hungary issued a joint statement announcing the formation of the Pact of Rome. The three powers have vowed to aid each other militarily, both defensively and offensively, should the need arise. The balance of power in the region has changed drastically overnight. Australia seeks distance from Commonwealth. Are you kidding me, dude? In a speech this morning, Prime Minister John Curtin announced the Australian government's dedication to growth and stability as an oceanic state. This means looking to new shores than those of Britain's Europe, as the Australian people can no longer bear the weight of foreign conflicts on their shoulders. In a direct reference to the King's speech at the opening of the last Parliament, John Curtin hit the point home by stating, "Never another Gallipoli." The rapturous cheers from the crowd indicating a new era of Australian politics has begun. Where it will end, the world can only begin to speculate. They choose now to seek greater independence. Oh, geez, there's a lot going on. Italy is claiming Yugoslavia. Austria joined the Pact of Rome. You know, when I was doing a test game as the Netherlands, when I just switch, I would definitely... Wait, when's this episode going to go up? Oh, I can't start reviewing yet, but... Oh, yeah, it's still possible. Pact of Rome might not have Italy in it, is all I'm saying, which I still think is a kind of a silly thing that happens at times. But we're keeping an eye out for when we can do other martial laws, especially in Australia. So, like... Australia did never another Gallipoli, so we gotta hope that they're going... This is tricky, so like, do I want them to abandon the Westminster system? I do, right? Not Britain enforced our loyalty, not Britain enforced our loyalty. Oh, so we can just stop them, period. Uh-oh. Oh man, I am so freaking nervous. Yeah, Australia's gonna make a play soon. We gotta stop them. Never another Gallipoli 200. All right, well, we're gonna work on that in the next episode. So I know that there was tons and tons of deployment going on there, but I really want to try to hold on to everything if I can. And that's an interesting color for Belize. Oh, wow, it's a very dank color, Jamaica. Let's just say that. So in the next episode, we are going to hopefully get everybody properly deployed in their areas. In fact, it kind of looks like everybody's already in position down here in Australia, so why can I not impose martial law? At least 96. Oh, because you know what it is? I bet if I click on any of these divisions, yep, they do not have the reinforcements yet, so I don't know how long that is going to take to get to them, but I hope it doesn't mean I hope there's not some sort of nonsense like I have to come all the way back here to the Union of Britain so they can pick up the men and then I have to redeploy them out. I'll be very upset with that. So I'll see you all in the next episode, in which we will try to contain everybody, and there's going to be the fun moment where I have to deploy all those divisions. It looks like in every single state in India, I would have to guess, or yeah, that's probably what it is. We're probably going to have a division in every single area, and plus the 10 in Delhi. So I'll see. Oh, can I use their own troops to enforce it? We'll check that out in the next episode. See you then. Subscribe. Bye.